EGT again. I was just here yesterday and a couple of days ago. There's some people lining up over there. Not sure if they're contestants or audience. And then over there's another place where they'll line up. Again, not sure who is to what. Oh, there you go. Ticket check-in. Come check out EGT. Show them you got talent. There you go. Is there a difference on camera versus off camera? Pretty cool, huh? It is such a beautiful day today, and tomorrow's going to be hot, and then next day is going to be even hotter, and then we're going to kind of slowly dip down a little bit in the 70s. Not really sure if there's going to be, I kind of probably think there might be a little bit of a chance of a storm. Here's where they got the, oh, they had, let me see what they do. Oh yeah, they do. A little bit of a setup over here. I would say probably maybe for contestants. Oh, Star Wagon. Morning. That's usually for the celebs. You can see a little thing over there. I don't know, maybe it's like a little photo op for the contestants or what have you. Don't know. But it is definitely, certainly quite busy at the center today. And at the auditorium. What's the difference? This is the big building over here. It's been called both, the Convention Center and the Civic Auditorium. But actually, this whole thing is the Civic Auditorium. The skating rink is over here. And this, and the other side, and the other exhibit halls and rooms and everything downstairs, that's the Convention Center. I mean, you can Google it and everything. It comes up as both Civic Center and Convention Center. But this is the one that they added. Damn, it's been 10 years now? Something almost like 10 years that they added all this and they remodeled. So, and actually on the other side, the big tent also can double up as a skating rink because they have had it as a skating rink. But you can see, look at that. Pretty cool, huh?
We're standing in front of us.
Terry Crews, are you in there? Not exactly a U.S. Green Building Council. Let's see what this sandwich board says. Group check-in. So, more than one person over here, and maybe singles over there. So, group check-in to the right, VIP check-in up there, and then miscellaneous over there.
So I was telling Veronica about it because she was like doing all
This building over here is cool. It's completely different from the exhibition hall over there because this has two floors. It's kind of like an Embassy Suites in a way. There are rooms all around the outer ring, and then down on the bottom it's open. The whole area in the center is open. And it's very nice and light. You see what I mean? It almost kind of, it's like a mall or whatever. Not too much. Over in that area, just to the left is where the open area atrium is like. I'm very familiar with this section over here, the visitor center. VX used to work over here.
Yeah.
Over to the right.
Okay. Yeah, no, done.
Let's go see what is happening down South Lake at the shops on South Lake. This would be a killer skating thing, even for bicycles. All I had to do was take this part out. You put a little something over there. And this would be a great thing to skate. Well, it's not that steep, but it's enough to get some speed and do something over here. Maybe put a pipe, coat that rail. Oh yeah, it's nice back here too, huh? The Hotel Livingston. Many years ago, the ex and I, we tried to get in there too. Another about, at that time, 10 plus years waiting list. This never came out very nice. If you're from California and Los Angeles area, do you remember how popular the Super Shuttle was? So inexpensive. I mean, you didn't even have to go to the airport to take the Super Shuttle, and it was the quickest thing, especially from the Valley into Los Angeles and vice versa. I used to actually just take the Super Shuttle just to commute, not so much as just to go over to the airport and back. South Los Robles behind us, and Cordova. And this will lead you and run you into South Lake and then directly into the shops, actually. Like Panda Inn or Panda Express, and what do you call it? The Macy's. Trader Joe's, Walgreens. Is it nice living over in this area? Actually, it is exquisite living over here. So this is Cordova, and then you got Green Street up above that way, and then Colorado. So we're south, 2 blocks south of Colorado. And the apartment and home living over here is a little on the pricey side, but I promise you it is well worth it. You have amenities just like blocks away over there. Plus you got the center over here, Old Town. Literally all of this is in walking distance. It's not so bad. It's very quiet. Hardly ever, very, 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 I know it's redundant, seldom anything happening over here. If anything ever comes over here, it'll probably be more of a health crisis, emergency, or whatever versus police being needed. Oakland and Cordova. El Molino and Cordova. And here's where it starts to get a little bit more retail-y, business-like, centric kind of minded. Now I've mentioned this with the Macy's, but all of this right here, all of this, everything here was back when Pasadena was still finding its way. This was all residential, all of this residential homes and everything else. None of this was here. The Pasadena school district is just a couple of blocks over to the west, and of course these apartment buildings were here. Yeah, there are a lot of apartment buildings over here. A lot of old ones and some new ones. Del Mar and Hudson. There's the Pasadena School District. And this is the shops on Lake Avenue. Macy's, Trader Joe's, Cava. That's the school district. And entrance to the parking right over here. Yes, a bit of a fancy drive-in through here in this driveway. It's a little bit more appropriate in its day. The Macy's. Trader Joe's is on the that side. Everything you see, all the lettering, the wood in the back, all this is all original. The artwork, and mind you, there's a lot of artwork in here that is just like really cool. And if you don't really see what you're seeing very well, you're not going to really appreciate it. Just imagine a whole lot of more clothing racks and stuff like that. And your team members, or whatever they call them, dressed a little bit more refined. Gentlemen were walking around usually in their suits and ties, whilst the ladies were more in their dresses or whatever, especially in each and every department. Different times, people were a little bit more mindful about their appearance compared to today. They just don't care what they look like. And I'm sure at one time this was probably a functioning fireplace. I mean, just to look at the elevators with the old wood paneling. Again, all original. Look at the beautiful chandelier. And sadly, is my understanding, Macy's is just definitely gonna go the way of the dodo. Way of the dodo. They've struggled. Granted, the last 4 years weren't the kindest to any kind of retailer or establishment otherwise, but yeah. Now, it was brought to strict attention that when they were building this building, not for Macy's, but when they were building it, they vacated all the land, the homes and everything. They wanted to pay tribute to the residency all around here. So there are sections that are more homier than the other ones, but it was to the upper level. Pay great respects to the residents, in homage as you would to the neighborhood and everything else. It wasn't opulent or over anything, but it was enough that it was very respectful to the community of Pasadena. Just simple things. And yes, even those old cases are original. And then during the Christmas time, they do have Toys R Us here. The Commons. Hey, look. I used to work there. Surefish by Nozawa. Phil's Coffee. Oh, that was one of my big expenditures, unfortunately, when I was working over here. Phil's Coffee. I don't know how far out they are as far as nationwide or anything else like that, but it's pretty doggone expensive coffee. It's good though, but it is like about $7 or so, not including tip. More or less, but and they do it. The whole thing is that they have like 3 brewmasters or whatever, and they're making the orders handcrafted. And for me, it was just a matter of, because it's right there, right next to where I work. I used to, once in a while, come up to the Starbucks, which is right over here where Nosy Neighbor Coffee is now. But coffee's gotten too expensive. It's just easier to make it at home and take it with me. Gas is down here, $4.59. It was, it's 10 to 12 cents. It did peak up here earlier in the beginning of the year, about $4.79. And eggs are down sharply. They were $14.98 an 18 pack here. They are currently here at this Rouse, $11.89 an 18 count. 8 something for a 12. But overall, they're still a lot more expensive for some reason at Target. And all they have is the Eggland's Best. Don't like the Eggland's Best. They don't taste like eggs. I know it's kind of weird, but there's something off about them. Hey, look what made a comeback, fashion comeback. Jellies. Back from the 70s and 80s. Go check out your Target. Union Street from Lake Avenue. Playhouse Village.
Wait.
Back in the day when everybody had one, Target had a garden center out here. It was corralled in, it was fenced in like a chain link fence type of thing. It was decent size, nowhere like Walmart. Well, not today Walmart, but like the olden days Walmart, remember? When it's like they had everything, pools and barbecues and plants of everything and tons of pallets of bags of whatever garden needs you need. Had accessories outside, and then you go in the inside, and then that's where they had the full indoor, everything else. All the fun toys that the guys liked. You know, it's like the wife is like, okay, go, this is like hardware stuff, go ahead. Go have fun, hon. And then it just fizzled out. It's a shame. Now it's kind of like indoors. Do you have a Target that has kind of like a garden thing in the seasonal area? Yeah, no big whoop, is it? That's the Playhouse Village Park. That just opened up a couple of years ago now. These apartments are really, really nice. I'm not sure if they're like apartments or townhomes or what have you, but the design is nice. It's almost like Mediterranean. The one unit that I like over there, because they have a big bougainvillea tree. And this whole bike lane that they did, kind of like, well, I prefer this. I don't like the one they have in Hollywood. It's a little too, I don't know. It really slows down traffic there too. That stage right there where you see what the overhead is, that's dedicated to Van Halen, because Van Halen were Pasadena boys. In fact, I shall show you something a little further on down the road. And this is a Vroman's bookstore, the Atrium. Really nice area. The movie theater is, and just down that street is where the Pasadena Playhouse is. But this whole area is really, really super nice. Quite pricey, mind you, but yes. And this kind of style too, I like this particular one. That one over there, yeah, And then we got the Iron Workers Credit Union over there. We have another mosque or shrine over there. It's really cool building. Union and El Molino. They finally finished with that. Oh, another coffee shop over there, Reborn Coffee. It's not so bad. The balcony's nice. And here's Playhouse Village Park. It's nothing spectacular, although the children's playground is pretty doggone cool. I kind of like it. They got this huge like sphere kind of mesh type of thing, I think is what I saw. Yeah. Old kids like me couldn't even do that in the park anymore. You know what I mean? Just like randomly. I mean, you used to be able as an adult. You know, it's just, hey, you know, that looks fun. Hey, there's a cool park. Let's pull over. Let's go play, romp around. Nowadays, you're just like, as soon as you start doing that, like 5-10 minutes later, it's like whatever city's Pasadena PD or whatever comes in and says, hey, come over here, sir. Shit. These are the trio. These are the ones where that building up in the front, you see the 3 big sails up on the top of the roof. Yeah. This they built, shit, I think when my daughter was born or something like that. It's one of the oldest here of that newest development in Parkview in the district. That used to be an ultrasound 3D imaging center. They were actually quite popular. It was something that was like the newest thing, like full video and full 3D imaging and everything else, with like super Dolby sound included, I guess. Those over there were finally kind of finished about a year and a half ago, something like that. I think as long as I was, you know, yeah, they did. And they're still building over on the other sector, right down there. There's always new buildings going up. So doggone expensive. And this is the Madison building. This is a beautiful, beautiful building. I know it doesn't seem like much, but there's like small intricacies and everything, especially on the inside. And I don't know. I guess maybe you have to have an eye for that. There's a Presbyterian church. That stained glass is quite beautiful. Though, unfortunately, admittedly, you really can't appreciate it because the sun never shines on this side of the hemisphere. And Earth Cafe straight up ahead, and then the AC Hotel right over yonder. This building intrigues me the most here in Pasadena, and I have never really looked into it. Other than that, it has a beautiful piece of artwork on that wall over there. I've been in here and I've shot the video before. I have to try to find it. Wow. For you younger folks, this is where the business folks of the community would deposit their money. At the end of the day, your company or your business has to make a bank deposit and everything to cover for, you know, the sales and everything else. It's all done electronically now, but back in the day, everyone who was a businessman, business person, who had a business account here could apply for this, and they would get a key, just a copy of a master key, single key, and it would open. This is actually by far one of the more handsome looking boxes, because usually McClintock, they are just basically a small round hole, nothing really spectacular. Some had like a seal on it, like the bank seal or the seal of the United States on it. But overall, now this building intrigues me because it has a lighthouse or a searchlight. I'm not sure what it is. Maybe a beacon of some sort. I'll show you from across the street. If you can see way up top over there, we got a better shot as we're further away. see the whole structure. That is some sort of, I don't know, just a lookout point maybe? I can't tell, but it's just so weird. Boy, this place is going to be a hit. I've already taken a look inside the lounge. They just installed this a couple of days ago. It's going to be a fireplace. But the lounge and the way this is all designed, this is going to be, oh, there's already some employees training. That would be the bar staff, because the bar is fully set. So that is probably bar and kitchen and everything else that they're training. No, this is definitely going to be a hit, especially with Earth Cafe and everything. Most definitely. And of course, the Pasadena Star News. This building I would love to have. I'd turn this into a mini mansion. That's a good looking. It is just a good looking building. I don't know, I'm not certain, but my best guess would be that the printing press was downstairs, as was back in the day. Most of the time, the main floor was for business and editorial, and that has a few floors. Probably another extension of the business offices. Oh, hey, what are you doing over there? Don't hit anybody.